Hello, and welcome to our first ever Questions with the GM. So on Thursday last week, we gave you all the opportunity to ask us some questions via our Instagram stories. And we did get a few back. A few of them we're collating into single answers, and a few of them we'll identify at the end as separate questions. But one of the main questions is, what has the club been doing recently during the outbreak and the pandemic of the coronavirus? So priority for us has been the health and safety of all of our members, our guests, and our associates. So that has been absolute paramount. So for those of you who have been lucky enough to play over the last period, you'll have seen amended operations, temperature checks on arrival, and a lot of these best practices and things that have been shared through our Troon collaborative conference call sessions, and things that have been tried and tested around the world at other various Troon properties. And additionally to that, one thing that has come out of those collaborative discussions and being able to link up with my peers, other GMs of facilities around the region and around the world, is the mental health of all of our staff, which is an absolute priority for us as a club. So it's a very anxious time for all of us. It's a very worrying period in our lives. A lot of strife in the region and around the world, and a lot of anxiety for those of us who are here in Bahrain with our families, and those of us who are away from our families as well. So it's been priority to make sure that our associates are taken care of, that they're in a position to take care of our members and guests, and that we all keep our mental health in check. So another question that came about is, how is the club going to move forward from this period? So while all of our restaurants are closed, and we're here in the wonderful Links restaurant, which is completely empty, while our restaurants have been closed, we have been working behind the scenes on new ideas, on new concepts, on new menu items, some of which we have had the opportunity to trial on a takeaway and delivery basis. However, we're working very hard to be able to bring those to you and to have the opportunity to welcome you back to the club as well soon enough. In addition to that, from a golf perspective, we're trying our best to drive participation in golf with children, with experienced golfers, with families, with individuals. We're trying to do something that excites these various demographics in order to make sure that everybody has an outlet. It's a very tough period with many things closed down, with many restrictions on what we can and can't do. We are working as hard as we can to create an affordable outlet for people to come out and enjoy the fresh air and enjoy the game. On top of that, we remain optimistic as a business, and as a club, we think we can bounce back just as strong as we were before. It is a tough time, it is uncertain. However, with the team we have and with the resources we have and the way that we fit into the infrastructure of Bahrain, both from a tourism standpoint and a sports and fitness standpoint, we believe that we can bounce back very strongly. Most of that is thanks to A, the work that's been done on the ground, and B, to the support that the country's leadership has been giving to businesses through this time. It's been exceptional to see everybody come together with such schemes as Fina Khair, the charity for people affected by the coronavirus pandemic here in Bahrain, by the support schemes that the government has been doing. It's excellent to see Bahrain come together as one, and we'll all move forward together from this, I'm sure. So another question we had through our Instagram profile was, what offers does the club have for juniors during this month? So July is Troon Family Golf Month at all Troon facilities around the world. So what is Troon Family Golf Month? Troon Family Golf Month is allowing multiple generations of the same family play golf together. So kids play free all day long with a paying adult or member. They get free rental clubs, and we have various lesson options for families as well through our teaching professionals, which are a great option for kids who haven't yet played golf, so to get new children and new families into the game. So is there a high risk of catching or transmitting coronavirus while playing golf? So it's been very well documented, not only here but all around the world, that golf is an extremely safe sport to play at this time. So contemplate that you're outdoors for a long period of time. You can play with a group of people without actually coming into contact with those people or without coming close to those people. There's no shared equipment. There's no reason to touch each other like contact sports. There's no reason to touch equipment like other sports such as tennis. Add to that the health benefits of the fresh air, of the walking, the calorie burning. It's well documented that you burn over 1,000 calories by playing a round of golf. So for the health benefits that there are and the lack of exposure to potential contaminated coronavirus people or surfaces is very minimal. So yes, it is well documented, and we're very pleased to say that while there isn't a zero chance of transmission or infection, that golf is an extremely safe sport to be playing at this time. So I think similarly to everybody, our food and beverage has been extremely hard hit by the situation. All of our restaurants are currently closed with the exception of Cafe Tea, which is delivery and takeaway only, just like the rest of the places within Bahrain. Our country club is completely closed down, has been since mid-March, which is really unfortunate because in February we finalized the refurbishment of our pool deck, which we haven't yet been able to show everybody and showcase to our members and guests just yet. However, that being said, we do still have parts of the business running, which we're very appreciative and very lucky to have at this time. We are continually in touch with our members, both food and beverage members, country club members, golf members, in order to make sure they're aware of what's happening at the club. And at the moment we're allowed to reopen something, we will reopen something. In addition to that, we are also fortunate enough and lucky enough to be able to be in a position to say we haven't cut any salaries from our staff, we haven't made any redundancies, we haven't cut any positions, nor do we plan to do so. So as mentioned before, we plan to be bouncing back very strongly. We are being very optimistic at this time, and we look forward to the day coming soon where we will be able to welcome you all back to the club. So a huge thank you to those of you who did submit questions. For those of you who may still have a question or wish to ask another question or wish me to elaborate further on some of the points that we've discussed in this video, please feel free to get in touch with us on social media, either through Facebook or Instagram, and we'd be very happy to release an answer for those. Thank you very much to all of you within Bahrain, our members, guests, and the opportunity to thank our associates for their support at this time. We look forward to welcoming you to the club very soon. Thank you.